Hi, it's Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky with my plans and pans again for this week. I am sitting in the John Dingell hearing room. It's the room in which the Energy and Commerce Committee, on which I sit, meets and discusses very important work because we have the largest jurisdiction of any committee in the House of Representatives. I wanted to remind all of you that there's still open enrollment right now for the Affordable Care Act. It's open until December 15th. So if you haven't signed up or if you want to change your plan, you should do so. If you start at getcovered.illinois.gov, you can make an appointment with a navigator who can help you work through all these issues. And so you don't want to miss out on having health insurance. The Affordable Care Act is still alive and well, and so please sign up. Medicare enrollment, open enrollment is available through December 7th. There's a rumor that maybe it'll be extended even further, so be sure and check that out as well. We had a hearing in this room yesterday, and it was about cosmetics. Now, in 1938, the Food, Drug, and Cosmetics Act passed, and we do regulate food, and we regulate drugs, and we hardly do anything to regulate cosmetics, even though women put an average of 12 personal care products on our bodies. I think I do a few more. And teenage girls, average of 14, men, an average of 10. So you know that we use these products that I think you probably think someone somewhere is making sure that they're safe for you, but that's not true. In fact, you can find products that contain things like PFAS, a very dangerous chemical, or formaldehyde, and things that have been banned in other countries are still allowed to be in cosmetics and personal care products in the United States. And so I introduced a while ago the Safe Cosmetics and Personal Care Products Act, HR 4296, which would finally do some regulation of this $84 billion business that we have in the United States and imports from all over the world. There'd have to be mandatory recalls. Right now, they can only do voluntary recalls. If a company doesn't even want to register as a cosmetic, they don't have to. So the government only knows about a third of the companies that actually sell cosmetics. We would require labeling of products, including fragrances. Many people are allergic to certain fragrances, and that information would have to be communicated to the public. We would, right from the get-go, ban some of the most dangerous chemicals so that they can't be sold at all on the market. And finally, bring some regulation to this huge business that, when you think about it, we bathe our children every day with different shampoos and bath soaps. And don't you want to know what's in them and if it's safe? And don't you want government to do some regulation? That's what this is about, and it's way long overdue. I came into the office this morning and watched Nancy Pelosi give a remarkable, unprecedented, historic speech on television talking about impeachment and the fact that she was instructing the Judiciary Committee now to write articles of impeachment, that you can't just ignore the fact that the President of the United States has defied the Constitution, has bribed another nation, a foreign country, in order to help him personally for his election, and that he abused the power of the President of the United States in so many ways. It's really a lawless administration, and we have to say no to that, because otherwise it sends a signal to future presidents that there's no limit to what you can do, and that we have to protect our democracy. It was very important, and we're going to see next week the beginning of Article articles of impeachment. We also had a hearing today on climate, and it's still remarkable to me that I hear a number of my colleagues across the aisle, the Republicans, talking about how we should be exporting more oil and gas to other countries when we are in a climate crisis. The young people understand it, that life on this planet, that human life, our society as we know it, is in mortal danger. That this could be the end game for humanity if we don't act soon. And so we were talking about all the options that there are to seriously reduce carbon emissions. And we're going to continue that fight because it's existential. And we will do it. Tomorrow, I hope we're going to pass a resolution that reaffirms that the United States of America is in favor of a two-state solution when it comes to the conflict between Israel and the Palestinians. Safe and secure Israel, living in peace with a Palestinian state where its rights are respected and that justice reigns. And also says to the President of the United States that we don't support the idea of unlimited building of settlements, which he said that he was in favor of, would restore money to the Palestinians that had been discontinued, to the PLO, and to make sure that they have humanitarian assistance that they need. And of course, we are also going to say that we respect the Memorandum of Understanding that funds Israel's security. So it's a very balanced resolution that we hope will set the pace for diplomacy in the Middle East. Tomorrow, we're also going to pass H.R. 4, the Voting Rights Advancing Act, which responds to the wave of voter suppression that we've seen, and restores Section 4 of the Voting Rights Act, which requires pre-clearance of changes to election law and make sure that that states can't add all of these barriers to people having the right to vote. We have sent over to the Senate 275 bills that deal with healthcare and safety and all kinds of important issues, bipartisan. They've been sent over to the Senate. Mitch McConnell is not letting them go. All in all, we've passed over 400 pieces of legislation. The president likes to say we're a do-nothing Congress. Couldn't be further from the truth. Talk to Mitch McConnell. He's the one that is stopping all of these bills once they come over to the Senate and reach his desk. So we're going to continue. We're going to continue fighting. There's going to be more before the end of the year, and I'll be with you next week. Thanks.
Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where my handle is @Jan Schakowsky.